If search engines see root domain and subdomains as separate, can I add links from the root to the sub or the sub to the root? So I work in an educational vertical, and we have our main website that ranks very well. We also have subdomains for different programs that we offer. Assuming it's still true that search engines view root domains and subdomains as separate entities, can I link back from the root domain to the subdomain to help create backlinks?
Hey guys, Steve here. Before we dive into the answer, please hit that like button. If you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you'll never miss out when I upload new videos. Your likes help spread the word and grow the channel. Now, let's get to the answer. So yes, you can, but again, those backlinks are, they're not going to be the end of the be all end all. You should be creating those links because there's value in passing somebody from one page to another to help them find information that's more important or more detailed on something that they want. Again, I always go back to think of Wikipedia, right? Wikipedia has a lot of blue links on their pages to point you and get you to other places within Wikipedia. So whether or not you've got these two different domains, that's fine. Remember that, the subdomain versus not, many companies do it. I mean, Yahoo's a good example. Yahoo does like finance.yahoo.com, weather.yahoo.com, shopping.yahoo.com, whatever. And, they could definitely interlink things. Again, though, what are you doing it for? Are you doing it for the purposes of just trying to create links? Or are you doing it because you're helping the user on the page find additional information that you have on your website in a different area within the, let's say the primary domain versus a subdomain? Then you're helping the user. So remember, stop helping Google. Help your users, okay? Google is focused on user experience. And if you provide a good user experience, then you're more than likely to get rewarded by Google. So yeah, you can create backlinks. It is going to create a backlink, but it's not going to be the same value as if it's coming from some other website that's in the topical area, or maybe it's regional if you're a local business pointing at your website, and that site that's linking to you has authority, it's well known, it's well respected. Linking to yourself is sort of like patting yourself on the back in essence. Google still knows it's the same root domain. They can see the domain is going to have, let's just say it's yahoo.com, right? Shopping.yahoo.com, groups. It sees yahoo.com in there. It knows yahoo.com's domain authority and score, but those pages are ranked and done individually. So what I wouldn't do is I wouldn't go out and create a bunch of subdomains, putting like one or two articles on and linking to that. That's not going to help. Those ideas of having a subdomain with, a bunch of different areas or courses or whatever, and you're fully fleshing that out on that website, then sure. Also, these days, back 10, 15 years ago, we would do a lot of subdomains. If you were, I remember teaching in class a bunch of years back, if you were cars.com, for argument's sake, you could have cars.com, you could have ford.cars.com and, bmw.cars.com and audi.cars.com and whatever, cars.com. And then on ford.cars.com, you'd only have stuff about Ford cars, right? You wouldn't have any other car but Ford on the ford.cars.com website. And then you'd have the same thing with Audi, Audi and BMW and whatever else, whatever brand name. And back in the day, that actually was pretty good because you had very niche and so on. But the problem with the subdomain idea is that because they're separate domains, you have to treat them like separate domains. So if you are ford.cars.com, well, you're probably going to want a social media page for ford.cars.com and only post things about Ford. You wouldn't want to post your, information about, BMW on the Ford page. So you have to do that. You have to create blog content and new regular content on ford.cars.com. And what also happens is you don't seem as authoritative because everything is is niche. But nowadays, you're probably much better off having cars.com/Ford, cars.com/BMW, cars.com/Audi slash Challenger, Dodge / whatever. Because now you have one website that has got all this information about cars as a whole, separated by subfolders within the main domain. You only have to worry about the one domain. You can talk about BMW or Dodge or Ford on the one domain and still get it working in Google. And you have one website with maybe tens of thousands of pages instead of many websites with 400 or 500 pages. So it really is gonna come down to size and scope of your business, the kind of budget you have for this. Like Disney is one of the ones that does this usually, right? So here, if I go to let me share my screen here real quick. Um, so if I go to Disney.com, they used to do it. They mean who knows if they changed. Yeah. So if you go look at the top, I'm at Disney.com, right? But if I go to, let's say, parks and travel, now I'm at Disney parks at Disney.go, and then you can still see, some stuff up here. Let me go back. Let's go to, let's say, movies. And now I'm at movies at Disney.com. But this all looks the same, right? If I go to shop, that's going to go to Disney store. Let's go to here's live shows. I'm at live shows, but Disney.com, right? But live shows are, let's face it, this is plays. People want to go see a play. So it's all about the different plays and stuff that they have. If you go back to movies, it's all about the Disney movies that are out there and what you can go see in the movies. So they do this. They even make the menu look kind of the same, right? So it doesn't, you feel like you're on the same website, even though you're not. But this is freaking Disney, man. They got tons of dough, tons of money. They can go ahead and they can run multiple websites, have great content. They've got people creating great graphics. I mean, it's freaking Disney. If you're a one-man shop or a woman-man shop, I mean, it's unlikely you're going to have the bandwidth, the money, the budget to be creating content for every single one of these subdomains. So there's your kind of pros and cons with this. So yeah, absolutely, you can create links. Let's face it, this book, this live show page links to Disney.com. It links to Disney Plus. It links to the parks. It links to the live shows and to the music. It links out to these other pages within the Disney world. Here's the news one. Here's news.disney.com. Looks very much the same. Like if you didn't pay attention, you might not even realize that you're on a different website, but you are. So certainly the interlinking is there, and it can have value, but is it worth the time and effort to do this? Do you have the money to support this? Because separate websites mean ongoing content, building backlinks, writing unique original content. I mean, it's work, man. So it really is going to kind of depend upon what your goals are, what your budgets are, what your manpower is, and so on. If you really want to take advantage of it, but people do it. Yahoo does it. Disney does it. But again, these are huge brands, so keep that in mind as you think about this. So yeah, go ahead and link. Do it for your users. Don't do it for don't do it for Disney. Don't do it for Google. Do it for the users.
The mouse does not need your help.
That's right. Mouse does not need your help. He's got plenty of his own.